This is a Headgum podcast.
There's big things happening at Burger King.
Oh, here we go. What's the update? Because last time you told me about the Chick-fil-A sandwich, and I'm still not into it.
The honey pimento?
Ain't nobody trying to eat that.
People are trying to eat it. It's
Bro.
very popular and it's very good. You should try it. People are trying to eat it.
What about the new sauces at McDonald's? You fucking with that?
I did get the mambo sauce. I tried the mambo sauce. Not for me.
They snuck one in my bag, the mambo. I didn't ask for it.
I think they're trying to get rid of it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I think
they
trying to
get rid of that shit because it's some bullshit.
It's not. It ain't what I wanted it to be. I've had real mambo sauce. I've had real. Like
kind of like the sauce that they have in at Harold's Chicken, like that kind of sauce.
Sort of. Yeah, that's the Chicago version of mambo sauce, and then DC got their version, which is like it's why it's called a mambo sauce. I've had it. It's very tasty. Very good stuff. It reminds you. It can potentially remind you of Polynesian from Chick-fil-A. With a little bit more. Sometimes a little bit more ketchup-y based than that one is. That one's like oozing. It's not real ketchup-y. That one's not real ketchup-y. But the mambo sauce is good. And if somebody is listening to this and they're like, that's not what mambo sauce is, shut up.
That's right.
Like, that's what I thought it was. That's what my mouth said.
What's going on at Burger King, though?
Nothing. I just wanted to say that. I don't eat Burger King anymore. Burger King changed. Shelly, you like Burger King?
I haven't had Burger King in a really long time.
Who do you think you are?
I haven't had Burger King.
I go to Taco Bell, okay?
Burger King was my pre-airport food. Where I'll get a croissant and then go to the airport.
You get like a Whopper mini or whatever.
Yeah,
you
just
you
breakfast.
brought me a croissant one time. We was going to the airport.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
Yeah, I did.
You are a man of routine, I will say.
I like to eat my. I like having a ritual. Like I actually don't like routine, but I think I wouldn't call myself what's that word, superstitious.
Yeah.
But I do like it keeps me calm when when I'm doing something like anxious that makes me anxious, like going on the plane. All right, we're gonna get up. We're gonna get orange juice and a croissant. That way, the captain won't crash his plane.
Let me ask you. Let's talk about routine for a second.
Yeah.
Miles,
Yeah,
we're sitting here live, in living color, with the one, the only, the host of the Perfect Person podcast, Mr. Miles Bonsignore.
Thank you so much for having me, Upper East Siders.
Yeah.
And
We already up East Side.
Grab your bell.
Yeah, I saw these bells
Grab
here.
your bell.
This is whenever something exciting happens?
Yeah, that's a humdinger. That's a humdinging bell. Humdinger. Do not ring it if it's not a humdinger. Do not.
Okay.
Then we'll ring your bell.
gotta
Your
do
bell
that.
will
We
get
will
ring.
ring your bell.
Oh, Jesus.
We will knock you out.
Copy
Yeah.
that. No, I deserve that.
What we do here is we threaten.
That's good. Well, I was going to say, speaking of Burger King, I was at Dunkin' recently, and I had the Ice Spice Munchkin drink.
Yeah.
And it was pretty heinous.
You nasty?
It was, they blend munchkins into the drink.
That sounds good as hell.
No.
How do you feel about sweets? Are you a sweet guy?
I am a sweet guy. I'm a savory guy. I'm a snacker. I pretty much eat everything.
Yeah. So you will, like, I'm a sweet guy. Sweets and alcohol is what keeps my gym routine from really doing this job. like it's like I'm real strong, but like I'm not like out here ripped. Although I did hear some ladies on the podcast speaking recently that they're not attracted to super ripped guys. So I'm like, yeah, you guys are fucking like, what do you want from us?
Well, I think it's male gaze versus female gaze. We see a guy like Hulk Hogan, and we're like, that's the hottest guy.
That's fucking tight.
That's
Yeah.
right. Like Superman.
ever.
Like when I watch Superman, I'm like, I want to have sex with him.
Yeah, he is so buff. Like, that is awesome. And then I think that it's like, maybe that's just for us.
But then as soon as they get mad at you, they'll call you a fat piece of shit.
Oh, that's
That
hurtful.
sounds personal.
Yeah.
Rochelle, you said that. When I didn't turn in my audio, you said you fat piece of shit. Send me your fucking Zoom audio, you fat piece
I
of
feel
shit.
like they be forgetting I'm on the group text with them, and she just be railing on Carl. I don't even know.
Is that a humdinger? Is that, do we?
Don't
No,
ring it up for that.
that's just something we need to talk about offline, I think. Fuck Burger King. Burger King's in the category with Subway, just like
It
it's
went
not
down a
hitting.
tube.
Yeah.
Subway
Not
used
him.
to be. Remember, you used to
And
walk in the
KFC
Subway.
too.
You can still walk in the Subway and smell the bread and stuff like that. But remember, you used to walk in the Subway. Subway had a smell that was like when I was a kid, I would get a ham and cheese sandwich with mayonnaise and lettuce. That was it.
You're smiling like a gleeful child.
That's it.
smile,
That was
by the
my
way.
shit.
Yeah.
Ham, cheese,
At Subway?
mayonnaise, lettuce. Yeah.
You would get custom order?
Yeah. 'Cause my
They
cousin
have the
worked
worst
there.
lettuce there.
My older cousin, who's like my sister, she worked. She
my
worked there when
God.
she was a teenager.
Sorry, I'm looking at this news.
Yeah.
Wait till you hear this news story.
Okay.
Oh, shit.
She worked there when she was a teenager.
Yeah.
And I was a little kid. And so, of course, when we would drive by on Highway 90 in Pascagoula, Mississippi, you could look in and see if she was working. So I would ask my grandma, Grandma, Cindy's working. Let's stop.
Yeah.
Like, probably really annoying
Yeah, right.
for your little cousin to be like, but I was just very excited to see her.
Yeah.
And she would make me white bread, ham, cheese. And remember the little kid white bread, the Kaiser rolls that they would kind of have?
Yes, right, the halves.
She would get that and ham and cheese, lettuce and mayonnaise. That's all I wanted on my sandwich.
That's beautiful.
And Subway used to have a specific smell.
Yeah.
It used to have a specific essence
Yeah.
that it don't have no more. Once they started mass produce, KFC too. KFC's another one that's trash now.
Yeah, like you gotta the game is consistency. You know what I'm saying? That's how I feel.
I agree.
Yeah, and also, here's what I want to know, though, as a kid. You made me think, you could answer this too, Miles. What is something, because it is wild how picky we are as kids, because we don't know shit about food. What's something that you hated as a kid that you're like,
Oh my
you're like,
God.
I can't believe I didn't eat this.
When I was a
'cause
kid,
love
I
it."
didn't like tomatoes, and now I'm just like,
I didn't like
that's
tomatoes
the
either.
best. Like,
Yeah.
I love a juicy little heirloom tomato.
But you eat it like
Well,
you
I
eat-
ain't with you know, I ain't gonna say all that.
That's right.
A little
You
heirloom
don't like
tomato.
tomatoes now?
No, I like them, but I
A
ain't gonna.
juicy little bite, you sink your teeth
The way
into
you
that.
talk
you eat it like an
about it.
apple.
I eat like
Yeah, it's like you like the Hampton
I
tomatoes.
swallow it whole.
Yeah, he'd be
let my
like,
throat
I
crush
saw
it
him
like
there.
a
I came
mouse.
here. We was late. Miles was in here eating a
I was
tomato like
housing a
this.
tomato.
They're waiting on y'all.
I was slating it with an apple, like a prisoner.
Oh yeah.
I was like, can I get your thing, Miles?
Peeling
He
the
said, "Give me
tomato
a
skin off.
Tomato.
Yeah,
Hot out today.
Yum.
But I love tomato. That is one that I hated too. But I will
Yeah, it's the
say,
texture.
when I was a kid, I hate when people go, they say, "Oh, you don't like you like ketchup." I like it's not the same. That's not the same
Ketchup is like
substance.
vinegar and sugar.
Yeah, it's like
Yeah.
how could that even be remotely be an argument for why I should eat tomatoes?
But I used to go to Subway a lot because it was next to the GameStop. So I always
Okay.
used to go into the GameStop, trade in a video game. I had a whole scam running where I would buy a video game for $40, and then you could return a used video game to GameStop in 7 days and
remember
get a
that.
new game.
I remember
And
that.
I had it running for months where I'd only spend $40 and I played every game and I would beat them in a week. And the Subway was right next to it. So I'd be like, well, I'm saving money on the game.
So might as well go to Subway.
Got to get an Italian BMT,
Goddamn
6
crook.
inch,
You a crook.
toasted.
Criminal
Getting over
over
on
here.
GameStop. Dumb Money. Did y'all watch that movie?
No,
Nah.
not yet. I want to see it.
Yeah, I haven't seen it either. I don't watch movies like that. But
Sorry, what does that
I
mean?
don't really go to the movies.
Oh
Not
God,
really
you don't
big
go to the
movie guy.
movies.
Yeah, I don't.
I feel like
And I don't
yours
watch
is-
them at home either.
Really?
Yeah.
You don't watch movies at all?
Not really. Not new movies like that unless it's like something that I go as like an outing, like
Yeah.
if all the homies are going to the movies.
The Super
Or
Mario
something like
movie you
that.
saw in theaters, but nothing else.
Didn't see Super Mario, but I did see we went to go see Cruella because the homegirl
Yeah, Kirby was in
that.
We saw
We saw Everything Everywhere All
what's
at
that
once
one
because
we
the
just
homie
saw?
Peter was in that.
We saw Barbie.
We saw Barbie because we were forced by society.
Wait, so do you watch TV? What are you watching?
I watch YouTube all day.
You watch YouTube?
He
What are
watched
you watching on YouTube?
movie. Why'd you watch a YouTube movie?
I do. I watch documentaries all the time on YouTube.
On
I get
YouTube?
radicalized, baby.
I mean,
Earth is
I do
flat,
think like
we're all going
I do
down.
think Carl's right. I mean, it's getting hard to watch movies. Like I went to see Killers of the Flower Moon. That shit is long. Like,
Oh, no, I can't-
That shit
I know.
ruined my day. Like
People say that it was good, but I can't. A movie should be 60 minutes.
it was good, but it was just like from a practical stance,
No,
it was just
it's
like as an adult man, it made me question like my life because I was like,
Yeah.
why do you have enough time to do this?
Yeah, well, I'm also like, if a movie's good and it's 3 hours, imagine how good it would be if it was 60 minutes.
Yeah.
Or if it was
Just
90
all the good
minutes.
parts.
Yeah, just the good
No
stuff.
plot,
It'd
just
be
tight
even
shit.
better, just a montage for the whole thing.
But they got to make movies cheaper though if they gonna do that.
No, it's crazy expensive.
It's crazy. But anyway,
I wanted to ask y'all about routine
Yeah.
oh yeah,
because I have we ain't back, but we kind of back, like work and stuff and strike and things like that. I am now being bombarded with emails, and
Yeah.
they're getting a little tough. Like it's getting, I'm like, okay, like because I don't have like a everyday thing to go to. When I'm working on the show, it's like that's what it is.
Yeah.
I got no time for podcasts. I got
Right.
no time for. Can you take a look at this? Can you do that? No, I can't do nothing but this. Now I have like a million things to do in a day because I'm not working on it.
Yeah.
So I got to do this podcast. And Allie is hitting me up about another podcast we got to do. And then these people are hitting me up about a pitch. They're like, "Hey, did you get a chance to look at this?" I'm like, we don't need to do this now. Nothing is going out before New Year's. Like, chill out. We just met last week. And then other people hitting me up. And I'm like, listen, heavy is the crown. Or heavy is the head.
Yeah.
Where's the? But it is
You're
like a thing.
coveted by everyone in Hollywood.
Yeah, but it is like
You got the juice.
it's kind of like I don't have time for this, even though I do kind of have time.
I think I'm dealing with the same, like it's just all happening at once, and I feel like they all. This is how I figured out. Nobody works on Monday. Whatever they don't. It's Tuesday.
Friday's a bust.
They hit you up on and they all hit me up at the same time. And like, if one of y'all would have got to work, did your thing on Monday, then I wouldn't be so overwhelmed. But I think I have to figure out how to not feel like I got to respond to this shit. Because I feel like when someone emails me a thing, I'm like, I have to respond. And then there's another thing then I feel like I can't handle all this information.
Honestly, I do have a routine solution for you. And it's something I've all started doing recently where I try to only keep emails in my inbox that I need to respond to. And everything else gets archived. So in Gmail or whatever, you can archive emails. So first of all, anything that's older than 3 months ago, 2 months ago, archive everything.
Yeah.
So that way, everything goes in the archive. It's still in your inbox, but it's not in your mail. And so right now, I think I have 10 emails in my inbox.
All right,
Not even read emails.
Do it for me real quick.
Yeah, I'm going to do it. It's going to take me a couple hours. But so
Oh,
whenever
wait,
I get
I
an
gotta
email,
respond- I gotta
if I
another email
respond
from
to
my
it,
manager.
I'll archive it.
Yeah.
So then it's like a to-do list. So my email is only shit that I need to do. And if it's something I don't have to do, like I need to do next week or whatever, then I'll leave it there. But if I've like done all I need to do, and I'll even go so far as to, if I need to do something, I'll email myself with the subject headline of what I need to do, and then that goes to the top of the inbox.
Wow, that's very efficient.
Efficient. It's too much for me.
I'm one of those people I have like 10,000 unread emails.
I can't handle it.
And I've got zero.
I was that person for a while, but then
Yeah.
I started missing shit, and I was like,
Yeah.
I can't let this fucking like deal go through
So
because
do you
I'm
think
an
I
asshole.
should just start over? I was thinking about just getting a new email and getting rid of that.
Delete everything from older than a month ago.
Can I do that in one thing?
Yeah.
Oh,
you
how
can
do I
you
do
can
that?
you can select messages. There's a way to do it in Gmail, and you can be like select everything past whatever it is, September of this year onward.
Right.
And it'll select it'll be like selecting 100,000 conversations.
Yeah.
And you delete it, and it takes like 24 hours because it's a lot of shit.
So
and
what if
it'll
it-
archive all of them, and then your
Yeah.
inbox will only have like 30 messages in it.
But see, look,
Because you're not
Okay.
going to go back.
Unless it's something that I need, though.
Yeah.
I've got one.
Uh-huh.
I delete automatically.
Well, that's red. I don't even have red emails in my inbox.
Oh yeah, I read everything. I delete the spam. I just mark delete it, and then I mark as read.
Yeah, that's not bad. Mark as red is is what I was doing before, but then I was even getting stressed out at just seeing the wall of text.
Yeah. Oh, I mean, listen, it gets tough. Also, here's one thing I feel, and I feel like this is something that I've learned from Lamar, and he might find this insulting.
Yeah.
But don't, please. I'm asking you not to. But if I say I can't do something one day, and the person comes back with the solution for me to do it the day after that, I get upset. Listen, if I say I can't do it that day, don't ask me for another 2 weeks.
Really?
Yeah.
Hey, can you come in on Tuesday? And then you say,
I can't.
I'm unavailable.
Wednesday.
You don't want to hear from them for another month.
Yeah.
Wait,
or
I don't get it.
not hear from them, but like, don't give me a solution.
Oh, don't ask.
Don't ask me. Well, can you do Wednesday? It's like, no, man, I can't do. If I say I can't do Tuesday, I can't do it for the month.
Like
of
no
November.
Tuesdays.
But I do. I'm going to like respond to this email and say like I can actually do that next day. I actually already did because I respond to everything that I need to respond to very, very quickly most of the time. But
Wait, what's that have to do with me?
I feel like I feel like you would tell me like it's similar to something that you would say to me like of how you like to communicate.
Nah. No, wait, go ahead. No, I would say, so I would be like, no, I hate that too. Wait, I don't know what you're saying. So you're saying, I'm taking offense to this.
Yeah. I'm saying it just made me feel like, of course I responded and I said I actually could do the next day, but somebody hit me up and was like, can you do this thing on Wednesday? I said,
This
no,
Wednesday.
next Wednesday.
Okay.
And I said, no, Wednesdays don't work for me because I got to come in here to do
Yeah.
this. and stuff. And so I was like, Wednesdays are off limits. And then they were like, well, can you do Thursday? And it just annoyed me. That was it. It just annoyed me.
Right.
Like, so it was just like, I was like, I felt like this is something that would annoy Lamar as well.
Someone just trying to
yeah.
schedule.
Oh,
Yeah.
I thought you were saying, because I'm like, I'm relating to this.
No,
yeah. I
yeah.
thought you were saying, I was putting myself in the other side. Like, I was like, oh, do I do that? Because that annoys me, so I don't think I would do that.
No. Like, no,
like, if you say, like, if I say, if I hit you up, like, can you meet to go, like, we're going to do the sketch or whatever, and you just say no, you just won't hear from me again.
Yeah.
Honestly,
No, I don't
it
think it
sounds
fits
like
to
the
that.
solution is that you need an assistant.
I can't afford it.
I just start using my
Just
calendar
outsource,
again.
an unpaid intern, and just
Oh, so my homegirl put me on.
abandon them. Yeah.
So she just got an assistant, and she said you could do. She kind of made me a little inspired to do it because she was like, if you keep them from, if you don't, make it so they have another job or whatever. So like she has her assistant like, for like 20 hours a week or whatever.
And it's like in the middle of the day.
Yeah, and then in the day and Monday they just meet. They plan to meet on Monday. Here's what I need for the week.
Yeah.
And then if you go over, then charge me, but not. So it's like I was like, I might be able to afford that. That's basically like $200 a week or something.
Yeah, something like that.
I don't know. I mean, I can't. Maybe let me think about it. But that could be. I mean, I don't know.
Yeah, I have a lot of friends that just use assistant emails to get shit done that they want. Assistant.carltart.
Yeah.
And then that's your email address, right? And if you need a reservation, if you need to cancel on somebody, if you need whatever, just use that email and cancel.
Damn.
Hey, Carl's not going to be available at this time.
Oh, but
They're
it's
not
you?
mad at you.
Yeah,
they're mad at
Rochelle, take that out of the episode so nobody, because I'm finna do that.
That's crazy.
I'm finna do that hardcore. Yeah. Let's start talking about what this show is actually about for a second.
I know. I was like, is this a lifestyle podcast?
Basically.
I mean, you're being very helpful to us.
Yeah. And you host the Perfect Person podcast. I saw what you do in real time.
Yeah.
So that's why we wanted to come in here and get some advice out of you.
What is that podcast about? I don't
So
know.
it's a call and advice show. People call me with their problems, and then I call them back, talk to them live on the show, and I solve the problems for them.
When I did it,
Yeah.
and I don't want to spoil it for anybody who's going to be hearing it, it will come out next week from when this episode airs. I think, yeah. But everybody answered the phone when you called.
Oh yeah. Well, so I put on social media. I'm like, hey, I'm taking calls right now, and then people call in, and then I screen the calls, select a couple of them, and call them right back. So they luckily they had called recently enough.
Okay.
That they know that if I'm gonna call, I would call back in like an hour or two.
Right.
And then people are wild. They share a lot of details about their life, and that's kind of like the craziest.
It was crazy. It was dope. I cannot wait for that episode to come out.
Is it based on like a specific topic or just anything?
It's any problem that they have.
Okay.
So if they need, and it's like people have called in about dating problems. So this guy called in an episode a couple weeks ago, and he was like, my niece is actually my biological daughter, and I don't know how to tell my girlfriend that because I donated sperm to my brother because he was infertile.
Oh, wow.
And we've kept it a secret from the daughter. But I now, we swore we would never tell anyone else. But, my girlfriend of 8 months is, questioning. And I don't know whether to tell her.
Why is she questioning that?
Because she was
she
that kid
look like you.
I know. It's like, is that your daughter?
Exactly right.
Why you care about your niece so much?
He was like, they're blonde, and I have black hair, and the daughter has black hair. And it was like this whole, and he was like, I'm like an outlier in my family,
And
and
the
no one else
niece doesn't know.
And the niece doesn't know. But
If
then
I feel like he can't tell her before he got to
if
tell the
the-
niece
if
first.
the
so
niece-
that's what we said. We were like,
Yeah.
you need to talk to the parents about dispelling this information to the niece before you can tell your girlfriend.
And how old is the niece? Did you
9.
say? Too young. That's too young to understand.
Too young?
Too young.
Well, so it was interesting because on that episode we had my friend Jeremy on, and he's adopted, and he was like, it's not too young because when I was 4, my mom sat me down and started to tell me this information, and I've talked to other people who were adopted and that heard way later, and it was like more damaging to them because once you're a teenager, an adult, you have this whole worldview about what is who you are and what matters to you, and to have that go away like that was really hard for them. But for me, I actually had that information early on. I was like, oh, that's interesting. Like, okay, I guess her family is unique. And then slowly he kind of grew to accept that. It was but that's what people call about intense stuff like that. This other girl called in about she had sex with her friend from high school's dad when she was in college, and the friend didn't know.
That's fucked up.
And then the friend she was like, I'm never seeing this friend again. And the friend came back and was dating one of her friends, was in her friend group. And she was worried he was going to find out.
Okay, we're going to talk about that.
Yeah.
This episode will cover some of that stuff.
Oh, that's right.
But all right, well, I got some questions. I'm going to ask you some stuff.
Yeah, sure.
But not right now.
Yeah, please. Hold it.
Well, we have to do it before we take our break. So start thinking of your questions. Now, I got some questions for you specifically. You're a very tall dude.
Yes.
It looks like we wear the same size shoe. Which
What are we
is
talking, 14s?
14.
Yes,
Yeah.
sir. Oh, my God.
Yeah.
Yeah, we could share shoes. It's something I can't do with
Why don't
anybody.
y'all trade shoes right now?
Nah, these are my Air Forces.
My shoes are really dirty. And
I don't want
like, your shoes are pristine.
I know. It's like, you guys
Filthy,
should
I would say.
could
I don't wanna do that.
exchange.
No. Your shoes are well taken care
Where
of.
you
in my
from?
room. North Carolina.
North Carolina.
Hell
right.
yeah.
And did you hoop in high school?
I sadly didn't. Although I did in high school. I did when I was like a young kid. But then honestly, I was a thespian. I was,
Can you play? Are you any
absolutely not. I wish.
good? Are you athletic in any type of way?
I mean,
Can
I'm
you
gonna
do a
say something
backflip?
that's gonna make you laugh, but I did play ultimate frisbee in high school.
I mean, hey,
Ain't nothing funny about that.
ain't nothing
I
funny
honestly,
about
I
that.
appreciate you
That's a
guys.
serious-ass
I
sport.
appreciate you guys saying that. It
Yeah,
was a lot of running.
I'm from Georgia. All my homies play that shit.
Yeah, a lot of
Yeah,
running.
yeah.
So, I recently have been having a desire to like play basketball with my friends because I'm like, I want to have a team sport that allows us to like hang out and talk shit, and I also would like some exercise, which I'm not really getting.
Basketball's fun.
Yeah.
Come on, play with us. I'll
What
shoot your
part?
elbow
I feel
to
like,
the chest.
I mean, if you play more often than never, you're going to be way better than me.
Oh, I mean,
And
yeah.
based on your jersey, I think you play a lot.
I play quite a bit.
What
do
part
all
of
right.
Carolina you from?
I grew up in like Durham, Chapel Hill area.
Oh, cool. Yeah.
And then I went to college at UNC Chapel Hill, so I kind of like grew up and stayed in that area for a long time.
Oh, yeah.
What is your relationship to the show Gossip Girl?
I had a lot of friends that watched the show when I was growing up.
Okay.
I never fell into it. However, I feel like I am very familiar with the world that this show exists in, which is sort of like event-based television soaps, where I watched all 19 seasons of Grey's Anatomy. So it's like similar in energy, I feel like, in some ways, where it's like, you know, got this drama, it's got this fun, this sort of intrigue. It's a little bit like soapier than a normal drama show. The acting kind of like fades in and out of being good or being like super generic.
Yeah.
So I really love Grey's Anatomy. Never watched this show. Never watched a single episode until this morning.
Do you still watch Grey's Anatomy right now?
I haven't caught up with the current season, but I watched until the end of last season.
Oh, wow.
Do you think Lamar, do you think the actors that are on the show for that long get tired of it?
Absolutely.
Oh my God! Yeah.
But they keep getting paid. I
And
feel
it's
like they
such
get paid
good
enough
money
to
to
keep
be-
doing it.
Mary, Ellen Pompeo is like the most well-paid person, or at least she was until recently. She's making
And the
it's
black
crazy.
lady who's on it.
Yeah.
Which one?
Her name's Pompeo Ellen, right?
Her name is Pompeo Ellen. Ellen Pompeo is gray.
Yeah, Meredith
It's
is gray.
gray,
Not to
it's
say
gray,
that's the
purple.
tweet. Ellen
It's
Pompeo
Roy
is
G.
gray.
Biv. So
And it's her anatomy,
Patrick
right?
Dempsey.
Yeah,
See
from
now,
Dreamboat.
I wonder if
Patrick
he,
Dempsey.
because he's been acting for a long time.
he's not on
and-
the show anymore.
Oh, he's not. But he's gray. Ain't he gray?
Patrick Dempsey? He's McDreamy.
McDreamy. Yeah.
He
What?
has not been on the show, and it's honestly
Wait, is she really gray? Wait, who's gray? I thought-
Meredith Grey
Meredith
is.
Grey.
Oh,
Ellen
I
Pompeo.
thought y'all were joking when you said
No.
that.
Her name is
okay.
Meredith Grey. And then Patrick Dempsey was on the show for like 11 seasons,
Oh.
but there are 20 seasons.
Yeah.
Oh, damn.
Maybe,
Wow.
yeah, it's
That
crazy.
show's been on since I was in middle school.
It's been on forever.
Yeah.
I was just doing the math on it because I might make a YouTube video called "I watched all of Grey's Anatomy, so you don't have to." But there are 300 hours of the show.
Yeah. LeBron said when he got drafted, they said, "What's the first thing you're gonna do?" He said, "I'm gonna check out this new show, Grey's Anatomy." And now he's in year 20. of
And
his
it's still on.
NBA
And it's
career.
still on.
And they said, "What are you gonna do when you retire?"
I'm gonna
I'm
check out
gonna
this.
check
I'm
it.
finish it. Yeah.
Finishing Grey's Anatomy.
I can't. This whole time I thought Patrick Dempsey's name was Gray in that. I haven't
Nah,
seen
the
it.
Grey is the lady.
Yeah. He's like the love interest for a long time.
Oh wow.
The love interest of Grey, of
Yeah.
the Grey lady.
Of the Grey, the
Uh,
Grey Lady's a horror
So
movie.
I
New
think
York
yes.
Times.
State your question. Yes. I mean I think most of them do, but I think some people don't. Like it's like I think it's the same. It's your personality. Like
Yeah.
I know people who work at a job for years, like, and they love it, but
Yeah.
I don't think I could do that.
The black lady who's been on there she's been on there the whole time.
Bailey?
She's like the main.
Yes,
She's
yeah,
like,
yeah.
And the black dude, the older man,
Weber. Yeah.
I went to high school with his daughter.
Oh, no way.
Yeah.
Was she cool?
Yeah, she's great.
That's great.
Yeah, real cool.
Shout out.
Shout out, Gabby.
Yeah.
But she actually, Ellen Pompeo, she had a whole thing where she talked in this article, and she was basically like, I had to choose between having creative fulfillment and being on this show, and I chose to be on this show. And she wasn't trashing it, but she was just basically being like, other actors came and went and pursued passion projects, and it didn't work out for them, and they were maybe in like 1 or 2 movies. She was just like, I was on the show, it's consistent, people loved it, and I just decided to like have a family, and I make shit tons of money, so of course.
I think once you have a family, I think it changes, because it's like now this whatever this is going to my offspring, whatever. Like I think I could see if I had kids, I wouldn't really think about myself as much. I'd be like, oh, okay, this job is paying the bills. I'll keep rocking.
And it makes it like so much easier. Like for her, she doesn't have to have her kids worry about anything ever. She's just she's there.
But then her kids are probably like,
Nepo babies.
they just don't probably care about her work.
No, I'm sure. Yeah,
they're like, I don't watch your shit.
But
if you're like Spike Lee's kids, you're like, yeah, my dad's awesome.
Yeah,
right, because he's like, they got a creative passion and like
her kids come in like, Gray, give me some chicken nuggets.
Make it snappy.
Make it snappy, Gray.
I'm choking. Save me. Just kidding.
Yeah. You wouldn't know how to save me
stupid ass job.
if I really choked. I think one thing that I am not liking about being in the public eye, I think I would hate being on a show like that for 20 seasons because one thing I don't like is like I'll do something completely different from anything I've ever done, but somebody will still call me the name of a character or something like that.
Sure, yeah. You get pigeonholed.
That bothers me, yeah. I know it's not going anywhere. I know it's not going to go away. People are dumb. They're going to do that shit. But if I was Gray, I wouldn't have any rebuttal.
Yeah, she just is that character. She's
like if she starts making TikToks, if Gray starts making TikToks, they're gonna be like, man, what the hell is Gray doing on here?
Yeah, exactly.
Doing the renegade dance.
So she was
so funny.
Her name's Ellen Pompeo. What's her real name? Ellen
Pompeo is her real name, and then Meredith Grey is the.
She was she wasn't in anything.
She's in like 1 or 2 things, and then Shonda Rhimes found her and was like, here are the keys to the kingdom.
She was in Catch Me If You Can.
Yeah. But she
she was in Old School. I know,
Yeah, I think Old School was like one of the few movies she did.
Yeah.
But then, the Shonda Rhimes' whole thing was built off of Grey's Anatomy, so it's like it was the first of this style of show.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. Well, what we do on this show is this thing called Spotted.
Yeah.
So, have you been seeing anyone in these streets?
Have you seen
spotted anybody?
How Spotted works is you've seen somebody that oh shit, that's so and so, but it can't be in the setting that they would be in. So like you can't go to see Hamilton and be like, I saw Lin-Manuel Miranda.
You're right. And that would be like, I saw Lin-Manuel Miranda at like, the Gap.
The Gap. Yeah.
He's always there
doing
checking
a commercial for the Gap, so that is
Is he actually?
No, I'm just kidding. I don't know. But yeah, you get it. We got a Spotted too. Me and Carl got one.
You got one? Yeah, let me think of mine while you give yours.
Okay.
We won't say where we were or who we were with. Or who it was, but
sorry, why? We won't say where we were or who it was.
Well, we were at a meeting. We were in a meeting
doing stuff. And this meeting was at a production company, so there's likelihood of seeing somebody, but this person we saw was not. I would not expect to see this person. I would have expected to see the person that he walked in with. I expected to see.
Yeah.
Also, someone of note. But
actually, I don't know who that is. Who's that other person? I'll ask you later.
I'll tell you right now.
Okay. But the way it happened was we're like in the meeting, working on our shit, whatever we do, talking, joking around, and then this guy comes in with somebody to see one of the people we're meeting with, and he's like, "Hey, you got a visitor." Oh, we ain't my bad. They just completely interrupted the meeting. Yeah. And we're like, "Who the fuck is this?"
Yeah. I mean, who is you, man? The person who walked in initially to say that there was a visitor was Akiva Schaffer of the Long.
Oh, that's Akiva.
Yeah.
And I didn't even recognize him.
Yeah,
he's great.
But he was supposed to be there because it was at his building.
Oh, yeah.
But we were meeting at another place inside of that.
You're right.
But the person that he walked in with was none other than Rochelle's favorite actor, the master of none, Aziz Ansari.
Rochelle said. It was crazy. I looked over. I was like, "Is that Aziz Ansari behind me?" The fuck? It was crazy.
That's
it was so
sighting.
random. Yeah. I don't think I've ever seen him before or in real life. I don't.
Yeah, right.
But I actually hadn't either because he doesn't really come around UCB anymore.
Yeah. I mean, I seen him just stand up, but not like
in
not
person.
person.
Sometimes I feel like people like that too. They look so different in person than they do on TV.
Yeah, he did. I don't know.
Taller than what I thought.
Yeah, he was definitely a
he
lot
seems
taller.
small.
Still very small,
Yeah.
but taller than what I thought.
I saw I was just telling somebody else's story, but I was at the Edge of Tomorrow premiere in New York City, and Tom Cruise came out, and it was so weird to see someone not like through a camera lens. Like his face just looked different.
Yeah.
Like, and it was very weird. And he was obviously, cool as shit. He was like doing lines from his movies. Came out
Yeah.
and he was like, "New York, you complete me." And everyone cheered, and it was this whole crazy thing.
Yeah.
But it was just weird to see someone that you see in magazines all the time.
Yeah.
Yeah, like I saw Brandon and Angelina together.
You did?
Yeah, it was
That's
crazy.
crazy.
It was
Yeah.
like it feels unreal. Like,
Yeah, right.
I'm like I'm not really seeing. It feels like I'm not really seeing them or something.
Yeah.
It's bizarre.
You feels like you dreamed
I have
of
a
this.
Tom Hanks story too.
You do?
Yeah, but a setting that he was supposed to be in, so not technically spotted.
Hanks Hanks.
Yeah, you saw
Hanks.
Tom.
I saw
Tom
Cruise.
What did I say?
You say
Tom
Hanks.
Hanks.
Oh shit! I thought you said Hanks.
Tom Hanks
I ain't
is
never
like,
seen Tom
you
Cruise.
guys complete me.
People are like, that's not your movie.
He just
See,
quotes
I told
other
you I don't
people's
watch movies. I was like, did he say that in Castaway or something? I don't remember that. Wilson, you complete me.
What else that?
Have you thought of your spotted?
Yes. Does that have to be recent?
No, not me.
Nah,
So
it
okay,
can't be
'cause-
like when you was a boy.
When I was 4. Tom Hanks beat the shit out of me. No. This was like a few years ago. And I won't say where or who it was or what it was. But I went to a Blue Bottle Coffee, right? And this is a two-parter. First
Cool.
day I go in, I hold the door open for a woman and her baby. She gets in front of me in line. I am standing behind her. She looks back at me and goes, "Oh, you held the door for me, so you were you can go in front of me." And I was like, "Oh, no, you have a baby." She goes, No, I insist. Please go in front of me."
Yeah.
And it was Natalie Portman and her baby.
Holy shit!
And that was crazy.
Where's my belt? Yo, and I've been watching Star Wars. I just watched Star Wars. The first. I've been watching that, so cool.
That's sick. And then and she was great. And then the next day I went in, and there was a dude with sunglasses on inside reading the New York Times with his dog, and it was Chris Evans. Excuse me, Chris Pine.
Chris Pine. That's
Chris
Mr.
Pine,
Pine.
is that the one from
Star Trek.
Star Trek. Captain Hark. I mean Captain.
Captain Hark.
Captain Hark. Yeah. Hark.
Hark.
who goes there.
Captain Kirk.
Yes.
Okay. At Blue Bottle.
At Blue
really?
Bottle. Yeah. It was a double. It was like literally a day after, and I was
Where's
like,
Yeah.
Blue Bottle?
Which one?
It's right on the block, right by
Is that over here?
Pinky's. Or right by.
well, there's a
Oh,
couple of them, but this is
oh,
the one in
which one is
this
this
one in
one?
Los Feliz.
Yeah, right by all time and stuff. Like right there. Like
Yeah.
right. That's crazy. Man, we must live in a real nice neighborhood.
The East Side is
Fucking
for
Natalie
like,
Portman lives over there.
that's where I feel like the East Side is where you find famous people.
Yeah,
Way more than like anywhere else. I feel.
yeah. It's probably where they're going to try to avoid the.
Yeah.
'Cause-
Just hanging out.
It feels like East Side is where people kind of settle like down, like.
Yeah, it's
you
like
know.
family. It's like you have a kid.
Yeah.
You know what? I don't spend much time on the east side. I'm usually only over here when I'm doing shows at my theater called the UCB,
That's right.
which was also featured
Hilarious.
in this week's episode of Gossip Girl. We'll be right back after this break with a little talk. What up, what up? It's your boy Carl Tart. Hey, let me ask you something. Are you a millennial who misses what life was like in the 2000s? I know I am, and I do. Have you had a hard time finding new or curated music? I know I have and do currently. Are you interested in multiple perspectives on relationship, dating, and also looking for hosts that offer a non-male bashing perspective, but also hold both sexes accountable? Yes,
right.
I am that person. Then you're going to love. See, the thing is, podcast hosted by Grammy Award-winning R&B artist Bridget Kelly and media personality and podcast trailblazer Mandy B.
Ooh-wee. It's twice a week, Bridget and Mandy. They have these nostalgic conversations, right, on grown segments like politics, pop culture conversations, honest segments about relationships. They got hot take joints, man, all of that stuff. And a little slightly toxic, you know what I'm saying? But today's, these are the opinions on a real show brought to you by real people, genuine connections the ladies have with the guests, and they call them their friends with benefits. So check it out. Like each week, you'll leave with some music recommendations or some curated playlists that you didn't even know about. You know what I'm saying? So I would say, like, if you really love music like I do, I mean, I'm talking like Big Frida, Ari Lennox, Remy Ma, man, say less.
Follow and subscribe to See the Thing Is on Spotify, Apple Music, or on YouTube. New audio episodes drop every Tuesday and Friday, and visuals are available on YouTube Wednesdays and Saturdays. Boom, 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 boom. Tell me what you gonna do when ain't nowhere to hide. Judgment comes for you, and judgment comes for you. What you
CC.
See, when it ain't nowhere to hide.
CC, you're gonna die.
CC at the crossroads, you won't be lonely.
CC at the crossroads, you don't belong. And I'm gonna miss every grandma.
Listen, the episode is called Crossroads.
Yeah, man.
Named
Lord.
after the Bone Thugs and Harmony song.
Absolutely.
Crossroads.
Yeah. This time they going music now. Real quick, I just want to shout out Rochelle for giving me these. She got me finally some sponges.
Yeah, you won't take
Patra
my sponge.
You won't take my
sponge.
Yeah, Miles got one.
That's
Let me
right.
know how you like it.
I'm excited to bring this home.
I'm a big
Antimicrobial,
endorsement.
antibacterial.
Yeah.
Is your mom selling these?
Yeah.
I run an Instagram page for her.
Hell yeah.
Oh, they are so good, so durable, man. It's crazy.
Antimicrobial, antibacterial,
Anti-COVID.
anti-COVID. You can wipe the COVID right out of your mouth with these.
Like if someone cough on you, just wipe it with these. Good. Crazy. Yeah, crazy episode. I got my fucking bell because
Let me ask you something.
I got some humdinger
Rochelle, I know you've
moments.
seen this film, and anybody else who has, I have not. I remember it being on. There's a Britney Spears movie called Crossroads, which I'm assuming this is what this is named after.
Correct.
Written by
Also,
Shonda Rhimes.
Pennsatucky.
Mm-hmm.
Shonda Rhimes wrote that?
Yeah, that was
She
her.
did?
That was her start. That's how she got started.
Ain't no way. For
Yeah.
real?
That's
Dead
crazy.
serious,
I
yeah.
didn't know that.
Yeah. Isn't that crazy? And you
love
too
it,
can
man.
write a movie and be
Oh
successful.
boy! But it was Britney Spears and Pennsatucky from Orange Is the New Black,
Yeah.
who's been having a bit of a breakdown recently.
Oh yeah, I saw
Yeah, she's
that.
been going
What
nuts.
happened?
Who was she defending? Was it R. Kelly?
No, she was like having a mental breakdown that felt MAGA-y. I don't know.
Was it Maggie? She was saying
Maybe it
something
wasn't.
about a black man having anyway. Doesn't matter.
Hey, I got something to say about a black man.
Yeah, but
Wait,
she was having a.
what's her name? Pennsatucky. I don't know. Her
I forget her real name.
I don't know.
But she's from Orange Is the New Black.
Yeah.
Anyway, was there a death in that movie?
Yeah.
Did Britney Spears die in that?
No.
Who,
I have never seen it. We covered it
Justin
on a show
Long?
I used to produce, but it's one of her friends dies or something.
Oh, okay.
One of the three.
yeah, I don't
main
think
friends.
it's one of the. I think that's why they're together because somebody had died.
Oh,
That's
okay.
not in the movie.
Oh, that's right.
like
yeah.
they're going to go see.
They
they're gonna
are like on a
bond it.
road trip. to
It's like something
Bond.
she wanted. It's like her last wish to like have
Oh.
to go on this. I don't know. I'm just making.
Wait,
up
don't
my
spoil
mind.
it because once we finish Gossip Girl, we're gonna watch Crossroads.
Every
I'm just
week.
kidding.
Absolutely not.
And find that we're gonna go scene by scene in Crossroads
man, I would
and do an
blow my
hour-long
brains
episode.
out. That's a nightmare.
Crossroads. It's February and the girls are still beefing.
Yeah. Oh,
Ray and
man.
Serena can't get it together. They are not with
They
the
can't
shits right
handle
now.
it. And the fucking Dorota can't handle it.
She can't handle
She
it.
is not having it.
She ain't having it. She's walking around. They stank faced. She Blair got makeup on her face or something like that.
What do you think of that breakfast nook? Like the idea of like a dining room inside another room. Would you want
Oh.
something like that?
No,
I don't.
that's-
I need the space. I don't like eating in a closed space like that.
I like to sit in front of my TV with a TV tray and eat.
Yeah.
Like even if you had a big ass mansion, you have the TV
Yeah,
tray.
TV
be
tray.
like-
Also,
Eat my
like
TVs
the
in my Salisbury
housekeeper
steak.
did like a hostage situation
she
at the
did,
beginning.
yeah.
Yeah, yeah. She
Every
even-
time I see that on TV, I think it's how fun and delightful, but in real life, that it's
Be,
like
like,
really
horrifying.
diabolical. Like if Rochelle got up right now and locked us in here, I'd be like furious.
Yeah, I'd be like, what's going on?
I would break through the glass. I would like people.
I
There
don't
would
want
be
to
an
destroy
issue.
all the cameras.
Yeah.
Get us out of here. No, you guys need to like figure your problems out.
You need to do these ads.
You know, we did this on Grand Crew too.
Yeah.
We were like, got it.
Oh yeah.
We would,
Yeah, we did do that on the
Gracie
show.
locked what's the name of his dad in there. You guys, but it was funny. They made fun of it because they were like, "Why did she do that to us?"
Yeah. So Chuck is going in with Alessandra. He's sending her
Oh
a
yeah,
gift.
he
got her a gift.
He
got her
laying
a
the
gift.
pipe down too.
Yeah, yeah. He
Shit
giving
is out of
her the
control.
pipe down.
Yeah.
He's out of control with the pipe down.
And by the way, I gotta say, as somebody who's a newcomer to the show, Chuck Boss is Chuck Boss.
Chuck
Boss.
Chuck
I love that
Boss?
Chuck Boss.
Dude, Chuck Bass is so sexless to me. I can't really
Interesting.
place
Interesting.
him on the show.
That's just your male gaze, dog.
That's your male gaze.
Sorry, are other people thinking that he's hot?
I
He's
don't
so
know.
fucking
I
butthole
got the
faced.
same male gaze you got.
I was like, I couldn't handle him on screen at all. I was like, this guy is smelling something stinky the whole
I
time.
mean, I will say I couldn't in these scenes. It was like I was having trouble seeing what Alessandra was seeing in him
Yeah.
because his swag was just kind of like not the same Chuck Bass swag that I normally see.
Yeah, what's the normal? Normally he's just rizzed up. He's like out there.
Like when he went on when he went at her neck, like the nape of her neck, like that. I was like, get off her!
Get your hands off.
Hey, yo, get off her! Hey, you, get your damn hands off her! But she bad as hell, man. Whew. I thought her and Dan was so maybe I must have mixed it up because this whole time I kept thinking her and Dan gonna hook up, but I think maybe in my head it was always Chuck that did.
It was always
like
Chuck.
She was hooked up with somebody.
It was always Chuck. Dan, you almost spoiled that for me.
What?
You said Dan and her hookup.
Yeah.
But it was actually her and Chuck.
No, I know.
So
no,
you technically didn't
by
spoil it.
accident. I was kind of like hoping for that.
Yeah.
But I didn't know. I didn't know if that was actually gonna happen though.
Understood. Dan and Blair still haven't talked. They haven't talked since the kiss.
Yeah.
They haven't seen each other since the motherfucking Valentine's Day massacre on the show.
So much drama.
Yeah, so much drama involved in that. You don't know nothing about that, Miles.
No, from
he
context,
wasn't there.
They kissed, and then it was all
It was
bad.
a mess because Serena kept seeing him every time they kissed.
That was crazy, by the way. They're like, "Come on, we'll just kiss again."
Kiss
and
again.
you'll never see.
Serena walked in. She
That
walked to the
was
UCB.
so funny. I was cracking up when she walked in on that. I was like, oh my god.
Yeah, that was
about to
crazy.
lose her
Yeah.
shit.
I was laughing my ass off. So Nate and Lola's sitting down, and she got a book in her bag, and it's Dan's book.
Yeah,
And she's
the
like,
inside.
"Oh, you're reading that book? My friend wrote that book. I know him." And she's like, "Actually, we're doing a staged reading of it at the UCB."
Theater.
That's
Yay!
a humdinger.
Spotted.
That's a humdinger.
Spotted.
Spotted.
Upright Citizens Brigade. And
Were any of those people actual UCB people?
I didn't
No, it
recognize
was like a
them.
Juilliard classroom. It was a very
Yeah.
weird UCB.
Yeah.
I was
Yeah.
like, this is
yeah,
not.
they weren't even doing improv. They were doing a full like I don't know.
Yeah,
What
there was like
That shows you
ladders
how
in the background.
How popular the UCB was in New York at that time.
Yeah.
It was
Yeah,
like-
right.
There was full branding, full.
yeah, they had like posters.
Yeah,
and shit
it was the
up.
UCB
Yeah.
comedy poster, the one that like the bumper sticker that all of us, that every white person has on their Toyota Corolla.
Don't think.
Don't think.
Yeah, I feel like they didn't do any research though. They
Not
were just
at
like,
all.
which theaters? What should we call it? UCB theater, and then they stopped at that.
It was just a
Also,
theater.
the reading wasn't funny.
No, everyone was
I was
laughing. I was like,
confused
this
by-
isn't comedy.
No, they were laughing. I thought they were laughing. Well, we'll get to it.
We'll get to the reading. We jumping all around. Miles, I go in order. I go in order
All
of
right.
scene.
Order in the court.
Order in the
It
court.
happens every time I have a guest. Girl can't get through.
I was like, hey, just
He's like,
see
oh man, let me
fucking
tell you about this
know.
one part right here. No, this one part, man. Can we talk about that?
Because I feel like I don't know what the listener likes. I feel
I don't
like
think they care.
they
I mean,
might not
I
care.
like it. I like that you go in order because then we'll forget stuff.
Yeah.
So we can talk about it. It's
Yeah.
less about the audience. I think the audience can care less.
Let us know what you think. Do you like when I go in order? Do you like when we talk all over the place? And let us know. So she about to do the reading at UC, and then Chuck is like, "Well, you can ask him yourself. I invited him over right now. Humphrey's on his way right now." And they trying to like Chuck got some up his sleeve. What he's doing is he's going to Dan's laptop to get his book proposal or his movie proposal or whatever it is.
Oh, that's
his
what
new
he did.
proposal because
Okay.
he's trying to delete it because he's sabotaging Dan.
Yeah.
Because Dan is in love with Blair.
Yeah, and he caught her
And
kissing.
he caught them kissing.
Georgina showed a picture of him kissing Blair.
Yeah.
And he was like, "Holy shit!"
Yeah. So he
Fuck Dan.
he knows that. Yeah. But he invited him over and Dan's like, "You sure? You sure we cool?" Of course you ain't cool. You can't trust that man. As far
I
as
can't
you can
believe
throw
he
him.
trusted that because
Yeah.
even the way he was acting was like he was almost overly acting nice. He
Yeah.
was like, "Yeah, it's all good.
Let's go for a
Yeah.
walk
Little
with the
C,
dog.
Yeah.
If I saw Chuck Bass anywhere, I'm not trusting that guy.
Nah.
If I thought even if it was my best friend, I wouldn't trust
Yeah.
him.
Yeah, man, that's your male gaze.
That's your
dog.
male gaze.
It's my male gaze on
Let
Chuck
it go.
Bass.
Open up. Open up your gaze.
Open up my perspective.
I was surprised. I think Dan just like knows he's in the wrong, so he's doing everything he can to just feel okay about it.
Yeah.
But
Is Chuck? There was a mention of a prenup. So
Yes. So the mention of the prenup is as follows: Blair cannot violate this prenup agreement that she has with her actual husband, the King of Monaco, or the Prince of
he
Monaco.
wasn't in
whatever.
this episode.
He wasn't in this episode. He's probably
no fucking way.
yeah.
Really?
She's married to
Yeah.
she's a princess technically, but she got to come
She's
back
the
to New
Princess
York.
of Monaco.
She's Princess of Monaco. She got to come back technically, but they have to be married for a year. And if she violates the prenup, like cheats on the husband
Yeah.
or embarrasses him in any
Yeah.
type of way, then she gonna have to pay their family. Like basically, like her mom is like one of the richest like fashion designers in New
Yeah,
York.
right.
and she would lose her company. Like
That-
that's how much money.
big, yeah.
Like, it's like $1
And-
billion
but she's not in love with
company.
this guy. They're like she's like trapped in this
Yeah.
situation. She's in distress basically.
Yeah.
But and she's in love with two people who.
And she's she's kissing people left and right.
Yeah, it's
Well,
we're gonna
it's
get to
like-
we're gonna get to a lot of
It's
stuff.
not her fault necessarily.
My bad.
Yeah.
She's just that tight. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, they love themselves some Blair, and Serena's feeling it because Serena used to be the one everybody loved,
Yeah.
and now ain't
Yeah.
nobody loving up on Serena.
Yeah,
Everybody
she
loves
feeling
Blair.
salty as hell.
She mad as hell. Serena
It's
mad as
so
hell,
funny.
and I love to see it. However, I have a thought that I'm gonna get to eventually. So Blair tell they locked in the dining room because Rhoda locked them in, and Blair said, "Dan just a friend." Serena don't believe it, and Lola called. Okay. So they locked in there, and like Serena, he's just a friend. Like, don't worry about it. She's like, nah, you like him, and she's like, I'll prove it to you. Like, I'll go
Yeah.
get a picture with
We'll
him.
go hang
and
him, kick
I'll
it.
go hang.
I didn't understand that at all.
Makes
but
no
It
sense.
made no sense.
I'm gonna go
'cause-
kick it with him right now. I'll show you.
Yeah,
Okay.
I'll show you we just
Watch,
friends.
watch.
We finna talk about
He's
French
a-
movies and kiss a little bit and like I ain't. And so, but meanwhile at Nate's house, Lola calls Charlie and is like, "Don't hang up the phone."
Yeah,
She
yeah.
wasn't. She
Oh, she
didn't
took
add her
Nate's
back.
phone,
She
right?
took Nate's phone. She's like, "Actually, you know what? Can I use your phone? My phone's dead. Can I
Yeah.
use your phone?" Yeah, sure. Calls Charlie Rhodes.
That-
Don't hang up the phone,
that
goddammit.
scene where she see Chuck and then Chuck look at her. It's so funny the way she walk in the kitchen and Chuck look at her like, "What you about to do?"
Yeah, he's like, "What you
looking
up
at
here
me.
doing?" And we both up in here doing.
I
some
know, because they both are
bullshit.
doing like fucked up shit.
Yeah, because Chuck is in there deleting the fucking thing off of
Yeah.
Dan's
right.
computer, and she's like, "Why you do this to me? Why
Yeah.
you?" And then so she leaves, and she's like, "Dan, I'm about to go to UCB. You want to come?"
yeah.
And
It's
he's
like,
like,
you
"Yeah,
know, every time
yeah."
I say UCB, like gave me chills.
Yeah,
I'm like,
yeah.
I'm like, stop talking about
Stop
this.
talking about UCB.
It's like it's like someone's when you know how
Yeah.
the character's name is after your mom or something. Like you're just like, how do you know about this?
Yeah. Nate looks at his phone, and of course,
Yeah.
all you gotta do is go to your recent calls. And he looked at the recent call, and it said Charlie Rhodes. I was like, "Why you?"
Yeah.
And so he's like, "Man, this bitch lied to me again."
It's like she gotta understand Nate is the spectator.
Yeah, he's the
like if you
spectator.
was dating the head of New York Times, like you can't
The gray
just be out here
lady.
sneaking
Yeah,
around
right.
like that.
The Grey's Anatomy.
That's right.
So Charlie calls Carol. Charlie calls Carol and, snitches on Lola.
Lola,
Like, your
yeah.
daughter's lying to you. Because
She's not supposed to be in New
she's
York.
not supposed to be in New York. She's supposed to be at Michigan State
Right.
going to college.
Oh yeah, that whole because I had no context. So it was like there's body snatching going on left and right.
Yeah.
Charlie is
Yeah.
somebody else, and
Yeah.
Lola's another character, and the mom is doing something
That must have been
sketchy.
confusing
It's
as
all
hell for
I
her.
was
sketchy.
like, what the fuck is going on?
Yeah.
Are these all these like identical looking white people with auburn hair?
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
semi related to each other.
It's too much to let you. It's too much to tell you, Miles.
That's
Yeah,
okay.
you're not gonna explain it.
That's-
But-
don't explain it.
Because
Okay.
now that's when the listener gets mad when we have to be like, "Oh, yeah."
I
so
don't need
this
it.
is-
I don't need the
But
context.
I'm gonna tell you a little bit of context. So that girl that called Carol, Lola, the one who called Charlie,
Yeah, no, like I
Right.
don't even know if it's yeah. Go
Lola, the one who called Charlie at Nate's house on Nate's phone,
For it. Yeah.
is the real Charlie Rhodes. Will the real Charlie Rhodes please stand
Stand
up?
So she been calling herself Lola
Yeah.
for some other reason.
Lola Bunny.
Yeah.
So, but the thing is, it's like we're bugging out, me and Carl, literally, because we've been waiting for this moment.
Been
This
waiting.
reveal.
I
For
have
the
been waiting
real
for this
Lola.
moment for
Yeah.
so long because I'm so sick of this story.
It's crazy.
Sick
so
of
Lola and Nate, though. I mean, I don't know how I feel about Lola. She's kind of boring a little bit.
Well,
It's a
she
little
got
boring
some.
to
She
me.
got some up her sleeve at the end of that.
I feel like
episode.
she's on this. Yeah, I feel like something weird's going
Something
on.
weird's gonna happen with her. We're gonna get to that part too. So,
We don't get to anything.
yeah, we gonna get to it.
We
gonna
can
get
get
to
to the
that.
next part.
Yeah.
We're gonna get to it. All right. Thanks for listening, guys.
So Charlie, okay, Chuck tosses Dan's proposal. He gets the courier to bring the he get the courier to bring the Dan to bring
This
it to
guy
him.
just threw that shit in the
He threw
trash.
it in the trash. He threw it in
That's
the trash.
cold-blooded,
Cold
man.
blooded.
Yeah.
He's
He
mad.
looked like he worked hard on it, too.
Charlie's about to
Like-
escape again, but Cece is like, the nurse keep coming in.
yeah.
Like, for the past like 3 episodes, this nurse is coming to Charlie's room, been like, fake Charlie, Ivy Dickens.
Yeah, right.
And coming in the room, be like, man, Cece on her last
I-
breath.
yeah.
Like, she's
Like,
out of
like,
here.
She
Like, she
is
gonna
like
die, I
great.
swear.
She is
dead.
out of here. You have to stay.
She
you
not
have to.
dying.
and so she tried to sneak out, and Cece was like, "Dear, sweetheart, please come to the hospital with me. Please come to the hospital with me." And so,
out. I can't believe this, man.
Yeah, this shit is crazy.
I can't believe Charlie's doing this.
Yeah.
Like, she's crazy. You a sociopath.
Yeah, sociopath. She been taking care of the lady.
Like, would you, like, if I was some advice, like, hey, man, I ain't never had a grandma, but I'm been spending time with my homie's grandma, and she thinks I'm her grandson.
Yeah.
Would you advise against that?
Don't do that, probably. Right?
So my homie's grandma thinks I'm her grandson. Yeah. And I've been doing right by her.
I've been taking care of her.
I've been taking care of her.
Dying on her deathbed.
Yeah, Jesus. Because what was wrong with her?
She got cancer, yeah. But her grandma had Charlie Rose, or Ivy has, whatever. She got cancer.
Yeah.
I mean, her grandma had cancer.
She got cancer.
So she's related. They're connected. They're bonded on that.
So this is some bullshit right here. Chuck pulls up on Alessandra, right? And she just about to read the proposal to send to Jonathan Carr.
This is crazy.
And Chuck is like, nah, I'm trying to beat them cheeks. Just send it.
Yeah,
just
this is when I was like, I feel what you're saying. Where I was like, all right, he ain't that fine.
Like, don't kiss her neck.
She was
I've got something in mind.
Oh, I can't. Just take me.
Take me. I have to, but I gotta read this. That's how the job works. Nah, don't read it. I already read it. Like, bro, you ain't the fucking agent.
Yeah.
And then, like, she was like, all right, yeah, you know what? Dan's good. Go ahead, send it off. Send it off.
That shit was funny though. I was cracking up though.
Get laid really quick in my office.
She couldn't handle it, you know. She couldn't handle that Chuck Bass, that juice.
Yeah.
That juice.
But
it ain't my fault.
I mean, she probably just. The thing is, she has no reason to think that somebody's doing this diabolical plan to like swap
it's so
out.
weird.
Yeah.
It's like the book agent, like fucking.
Like why would?
But also, it's like, bro, like, let me do my job real quick and then we can smash. Like, I'm fine with smashing.
Just wait right here. Yeah.
Just wait. I need to read this real quick. It's like 5 pages. Like,
I just can't.
I can't. I gotta go now.
Okay.
Yeah.
That shit. He playing that shit out to a T.
It was perfect. It was perfect planning, and he got some ass out of it.
Yeah.
He gets some, but also he puts it in the trash, and then did he scan it before he put it in the trash?
No, he just put it in the trash.
No, but later he sends it.
Oh,
yeah.
Maybe he emailed him to himself and deleted it off.
We're gonna talk about that.
Yeah,
We'll get to it.
We'll
Thanks
get
for
to that.
listening, everybody.
Thanks for listening. We'll talk about that later.
Yeah. So they get to the UCB show. Lola is playing the Blair character, and Nate is Lola.
So here's my question. Are you from New York? Or,
No, but I live in New York for a little bit.
So do you know? I was actually wondering, is this even remotely a UCB theater, or was it?
No, that was not
at
a
all.
UCB.
Not at all.
Okay.
It's like
You've been to the.
I know, but I was wondering maybe this one I hadn't been to.
No, it's like, it looks like a grad school classroom. There's like ladders in the back and people milling about. Like,
yeah. No, that was not.
Yeah, it didn't
not
look
at
like it. I mean, it didn't even look like an improv theater, really. But
No.
I was just wondering, like, it used to be. I'm kind of curious if UCB had any affiliation with this episode.
Not at all.
Like,
Other than the poster and maybe the name, but maybe they didn't even. I don't know.
That director was annoying the hell out of me.
He was annoying.
I ain't like him.
I didn't write his shit down. That's how annoying he was. His name was Dylan or something. I don't know. Anyway, so Carol pulls up to the house because Ivy Dickens called her and was like, "You need to get this shit right."
Yeah.
Like,
We all going down.
Your real daughter is about to blow the whole plan up.
The chickens are coming home to roost.
The chickens are coming home to roost. You need to get your ass home. And so they sitting there talking, and
Carol's a nutcase. Like, it's just like it's really all her. Really,
it's all her.
Like,
She's the older one with the black hair.
Yeah.
And
that's Lily's sister.
Yeah.
And Cece's daughter, of course. And so she come home, but they don't know yet. So then she get to the house, they talking. All of a sudden they're like, "It's Cece. Like, you gotta get to the hospital, whatever." Anyway, so Cece wants to try to go to the hospital with her. Blair and Dan going at it at UCB.
Mm-hmm.
Like, they fighting. They on each other's nerve because she don't feel like Lola playing her correctly and stuff like that. And she also trying to get this friend thing going off. And then
but
finally,
Dan's like, I ain't having it.
He's like,
I feel Dan on this. He's like, yo, like, I'm in love with you. What is this?
Yeah.
You know, ain't no friendship here. I don't want to be friends.
I don't want to be friends with you.
Yeah.
And they kiss again. And it was a passionate ass kiss.
This shit was good.
That
I get a hug.
makeout
too.
Yeah, that was a hug.
I was like,
kiss.
because every time Blair kisses him back, I'm like, you like him.
You like him.
Like
You
this
like him.
cat. You like him.
The makeout in front of the other girl was really funny to me because the
front-
other girl
yeah.
was standing right there. They kind of crop her out of the shot.
Yeah.
Lola?
And the
Oh,
other
yeah.
girl's just sort of I guess Lola.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She's just standing right there watching them.
Yeah, and she's
Yeah.
like, so is that how y'all want me to
You want me
kiss
to do it like
So
that?
do you want me to stay?
And then
or?
fucking Serena walked in. I was like, yo, this is the second time she walked in on him like this. I'm like, it was almost to the point where I was like, if I was Serena, I'd be like, all right, this can't be real. Because I was like, y'all clearly, there's no way you're that evil that you would just do this to me like this many many times.
Yeah.
I don't-
Yeah. That
she's
shit
like,
was
no,
funny.
Serena,
So,
no.
Yeah. So Blair runs out. Like, Serena, chill. Like
Yeah.
I wasn't trying to kiss him like that. She's like, you like him.
Yeah,
Stop.
so she is right about
Yeah,
that.
she's
like,
right
you're
about
you're
that.
not like telling the truth. Like
Yeah.
whatever you're trying to do here, that's the truth. Like,
Yeah.
and you won't just be honest about it.
Yeah, she knows. She's like, maybe you didn't mean to kiss him in that moment, but the way you was kissing him, you like him.
Yeah.
Stop denying your feelings. And she was
And I
like,
love it. I was
we can't be. I'll suppress the feeling. If I got the feeling, I'll suppress it. We can't be slaves to our emotions. Got the feeling. I got the feeling now. So Alessandra gets the bad call from Jonathan, being like, "This whole shit is plagiarized. What are you doing? Like,
He's like,
what
it's so
the-"
good, isn't it?
And she was like, "I didn't even know because I ain't read the motherfucker."
And Chuck had me done. He was like, I'm gonna let you do your
thing.
out of here.
I already
let you
got
do your
mine.
thing.
I have to get out of here.
Yeah.
Man,
I'm gonna let you do
Chuck
your
is
thing.
cold. I could never do that, man. What an evil person.
He's like Dexter to me.
Yeah,
like,
he's a bad guy.
He's a bad guy.
You ain't even seen a half of it.
You ain't
don't
seen.
know
You
nothing,
ain't seen a
Miles.
quarter of it.
Oh.
This is the good Chuck. This is like
The good Chuck?
He's
This
like
the
in
good
his good
Chuck.
bag.
This is the
Good
good
Chuck.
Chuck lollipop right here. Good Chuck lollipop.
Oh, by the way, here's a question. Who's Monkey? Is that his dog?
What's his dog?
Yeah.
All right, cool.
So apparently, also I got to correct something. So a fan told us it's not his dog is named. I said his dog is named Monkey in the book, but
Yeah.
his dog. The reason it's called Monkey is because the guy who plays Chuck has a dog named Monkey. So that's I forgot his name, but that's his real
Ed Westwick.
Ed Westwick's
Ed.
dog is named Munsky.
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 Bisquick.
Biscuit.
Yeah.
Lola
so shit's getting intense.
Goes to the hospital looking for Charlie.
Yeah.
They confront Charlie at the hospital.
And Nate is thirsty. He's just like, I'll go with you.
Yeah.
He's like really into her.
But this part ain't came out yet. So like basically like they threatened her. Like Carol was like, "What are you doing here?" Because so they all were like, "Charlie, what are you doing here? Like
Yeah.
you supposed to be in Europe." She's like, "I'm here for CC." And Carol is like, and they all be like, "We're gonna go sign some paperwork." And
Yeah.
everybody goes. Of
Yeah.
course, nobody hears this conversation. And Carol is like, "Man, you better blow this whole shit
I
up."
know, what the fuck
I
you
swear to
doing?
God,
Like,
I'm gonna call the cops on you. Like she's like,
Yeah.
everybody gonna call the cops on her.
This
She's
shit is
finna
crazy.
go to jail.
I was on the edge of my seat.
Yeah,
I did
yeah.
love how they were all like Lily, Serena, all them was like, we have to go. We'll be right back.
Yeah.
So you can have this conversation.
You can have this conversation. Alessandra confronts Dan about the plagiarism. Like, what you doing? Like, she go to UCB.
Hold on my calls. I gotta get to UCB.
Yeah.
I have to deal with a fire I gotta put out. But he's like, yeah, you like that shit, didn't you? It was a good book. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And she's like, what you mean?
What?
It's plagiarized.
She's like, that's not even what I wrote about. You know what I wrote about. I told you what I was writing about.
Yeah.
A take on a dystopian blah, 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 blah.
Honestly,
Fuck
she got
off.
fired for this.
She should have. And
I
then
thought
he,
Dan would've fired her.
Absolutely.
he was like, who would be doing this? Who would be doing this to me? And he looks at her neck and goes, it's a nice scarf you got.
yeah,
there."
yeah.
She goes, oh, thank you. It's the charcuterie or chartush. It's some shit. And he's like,
it's
yeah.
Shark Week's finest.
Yeah, I know who be doing that.
That's
I know
right.
who be doing that. And then all of a sudden, what is it? What's the turn of phrase?
All of a sudden.
All of a sudden or all of the sudden?
All of a sudden.
All of a sudden. That's what
All
I
of
thought.
a sudden.
All of Cortland Sutton. Blair does the reading and realizes that Dan really loves her for her. They asked
Yeah.
Blair to do the reading at the
Yeah,
UCB.
so this
and
is
she's
what
fucking
it-
up.
But that's why it was funny though.
Yeah, it was
Or
a huge
like,
twist.
I mean, I don't know what we were supposed to be watching. Like, I don't know what the version of it that's working is supposed to be.
It was just them
But it was
reading
funny
his
that
book.
she was like commenting on it. I mean, like if I was like there and I knew that Blair was Claire, that would be pretty tight. Like if I went to see
Yeah, that'd
a
be
show
cool, right.
and the person who is like reading it for the first
It's
time
about
and they're
them.
reacting to it,
Yeah.
that is kind of a funny idea. But I don't know if that's what they were intending. Because
Yeah.
the other girl kept getting mad when she fucking the lines up.
Yeah, I was
Yeah,
wondering
but-
what the actual show would have been. It's just them doing the book.
Which
I
is
guess it's
insane. That's a
reading it, yeah.
long ass book. That show would be 6 hours
Yeah,
long.
UCB
Yeah.
does not have the space to
Yeah,
do that.
they don't
Like,
have the
they
time
need-
for that.
No way.
They can't pay people for that.
I was thinking maybe maybe
Put
the,
that shit in the
people,
inner sanctum.
Well, no, I was like the people who intro the show are like cage match characters.
Yeah.
Like, what the fuck is up, everybody?
Rule number one.
All right, so finally, they all standing there. Rufus, Ivy Dickens, Carol, Serena.
Serena, Lola.
But then Lola walks up and goes,
Yeah.
Mom? And
And
everybody
she's
turn
like,
around.
what the fuck are you doing
What the fuck are
here?
you? Yeah, she's like, what the hell? She didn't know she was there. Mom? she goes,
This is the
"Who's
homie.
it?"
Get
And
your
then
bell
Lily
ready,
goes,
bro.
"Get your bell ready. Get your bell ready. Put your spindrift down and get your bell ready." Because after
Put your spindrift down.
Put
the spindrift down.
for the longest time, for the past like 1.5 seasons,
Yeah.
this shit has been dragging along.
Yeah, we've been waiting for this.
We've been
Like,
waiting
it's
for
a
this
big
moment.
deal.
Yeah.
You are here on a very special day. We finally get the two Spider-Mans pointing at each other, at Charlie Dickens and Ivy Charlie Dickens.
It was awesome.
Finally.
I was like, wait. Lily was like, wait, Ivy, what you doing here? I mean, Charlie. But what's funny is because she told him she went by a fake name, Ivy. So
Yeah.
it's even more confusing.
Because they were like, yeah, we heard
oh
that
my
story.
God.
Well, yeah, we know the Ivy Dickens.
Yeah.
It's like, and then they're like, but who are you? Who are you?
Yeah.
And Carol goes, it's my daughter.
I
And
know,
Lily
she just
goes,
gave up,
what the fuck? Why you been telling us? Like,
Hold on, what?
why you been telling us that that's your daughter? And then they go all they talk
was
about it, and
crazy,
they're like,
yeah.
that's Ivy Dickens. And the roof is like, yeah, we know about Ivy Dickens. They
Yeah.
go, and then Serena goes, wait a minute. So motherfucking Max was
I
telling
know,
the truth.
I know. I was like, yo, shout out to Max.
Vindication from my boy Max, dog.
Vindicated Max.
Vindication, because they was like, get out of here before we call
Max
the cops.
got canceled.
There was an
he lost his
episode.
job. He lost all
everything.
his brand deals, all of it.
Max was Ivy Dickens' boyfriend.
Yeah.
But she had to diss him to go be Charlie Rhodes because
Okay.
she was being paid to be this person because
Right.
because Charlie Rhodes has a trust fund that the mom Carol wanted.
Mm-hmm.
But she didn't want to bring the real daughter around the family because she has this weird vendetta with the rich side of her family. But she needed the money.
Mm-hmm.
So the shoe finally dropped.
Yeah,
But
and that was crazy. So the new humdinger is that I didn't even realize she didn't even tell. Lola's like, I didn't even know I had a family.
yeah.
That's
Yeah, that's
fucked
wild.
up. So that's what I was saying when you were talking about your audience asking that question, because she didn't even know. Like, it's exactly what we're talking about. She's older, so it hurts more because she's like, my entire life has been a lie.
Yeah,
Like,
exactly,
these people,
right.
I don't know who my auntie is. All this, that's fucked up.
Yeah, it's wild.
Like, what's her name? The mom,
Carol.
Carol is fucked up for that for sure.
Yeah.
And then she's like, for money? Come on, girl. That's crazy.
Crazy shit.
And
Crazy shit. But the shoe
Ivy
finally
Dickens,
dropped. So.
but now here's fucking Charlie or Ivy Dickens is like, that's my grandma.
Yeah, I'm here.
She's like,
so watch her.
I'm, not
Like,
going,
you a
I'm
crook.
not going nowhere.
You are a fraud and a failure. You are a fraud and a failure.
Yeah, Serena had me dying when she was like, man, Max was right, huh? Like, it was like she kind of knew this whole time, but
Yeah.
just didn't want to say nothing.
So
I love it.
this part is good. Dan confronts Chuck about the proposal.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And Chuck thinks he getting it in. Like, you don't never mess with me. You never go
Yeah.
against me. And he was like, the only reason you going so hard is because you know I got a chance with old
I know.
Blair.
He's like, I didn't even realize
I'm
until
already
now.
winning.
Yeah.
I'm finna get up out of here. You take it easy, bro.
Yeah.
Take it easy,
Don't
bro.
check
Yeah.
me, check you.
Have these people fist fought yet?
A lot.
Dan has punched
clocked
Chuck.
him a few times.
Yeah, it feels like, I was sort of
Yeah.
looking at them and I was like, they
I
must have.
thought he was gonna go. It's like, yeah, I did that. I thought he was like, well, I'm gonna just beat your ass. That's what I thought he was gonna do. But he's like, nah, like I'm gonna get my girl because this girl likes me. Man, Dan and Blair.
Dan and Blair.
Yeah,
Dan and Blair.
yeah.
But honestly,
Yeah. Oh yeah.
all right. So I want to get to a part. Serena confronts Ivy Dickens, be like, "Get out of here before I call the cops." She's like, "Nah, I told Cece I would stay for her." She's like, "Man, if you don't get your stupid ass out of here,
Yeah.
you're not a part of this family. You're a crook. You're a swindler. Get out of here before I call the
But I
cops."
love your grandma.
Yeah, no, you are crazy.
She's gonna die.
Yeah. So the whole time I was like, how do they not remember that she they never met her? Like even when she was a kid, they never met. Charlie
yeah,
Rhodes?
There's some like off there, right?
But I guess they never did. I guess Charlie Rhodes literally has never known that these people have
So
existed.
Cece had never met her granddaughter.
No.
Because that was what was bumping me was like, I feel like if anyone should know, is Cece should know that this girl's not Lola.
Yeah.
But I guess maybe she kept the family from her the whole time, this whole time.
Yeah.
And that's probably why they were so close, or they got so close.
That shit is
Damn.
wild. Shit is some wild shit right there. So Blair pulls up to the hospital. Oh wait, no, Lola and Carol fight, and Lola, real Charlie Rose, please stand up. She was like,
"Fuck, you ain't my mom."
Yeah,
like,
she's like, you ain't my mom no more. I'm done with you. I'm cutting you off.
Yeah.
I ain't never had no family, and I really ain't got no family. You fucking weirdo. Because that shit was some
My
weird.
family
That was
is
some
the
weird shit.
UCB family.
Yeah, my family is
My
the
family
UCB.
is the improvisers.
I'm going to UCB, and I'm moving to LA. and I'm gonna audition for Harold Knight.
Yeah. And if I
That'd
don't
be a
get
great
on, I'll
episode.
do it again.
Yeah.
Maybe I'll get on Lloyd.
Maybe.
And I'll work my way up.
Take an advanced class.
Taking advanced class. I'm taking Billy Merritt's advanced.
That shit was crazy.
So Blair pulls up to the hospital, and Blair confesses to
To Dan.
to
This
Dan.
is crazy. She's like,
I do have feelings for you.
What did Dan say in that moment?
Oh, I can't remember.
I was like humdinger, but then I was kind of like, I feel like Dan kind of dropped the ball a little bit.
See, so I'm glad you said that because I have in my notes here after she confessed to Serena, like maybe I do have a little feelings for your boy.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But we ain't gotta act on it. We ain't gotta do. But I do like I like him. Now I kind of don't like them.
Really? Oh,
Really?
now that they now that it's out there.
Yeah, it's like it changed. Something in my stomach sat uneasy. When she walked up to Dan and kissed him, and Serena saw it.
Did you feel
for
bad
that
for Chuck
one-
right there?
I didn't necessarily feel bad for Chuck,
I feel
but I
bad.
did feel bad for Serena. I cannot.
No!
I cannot believe I'm saying this.
No, come
Here's
on.
why,
Tyra.
but no, wait.
Oh,
It's
my
not
God.
no because when I saw Serena's face in that moment,
Yeah.
it ain't that I felt bad for her. It was just like, I mean, she's kind of Chuck's
Well,
gal.
she did. There was one part she did kind of do this thing where she did the honorable thing. She's like, I ain't gonna get in the way of y'all.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And she's like, but it did hurt her.
Yeah.
Like it's like you know, like if you were gonna, you're the perfect guy.
Yeah.
You're a perfect man.
That's right.
If you were to date let's say you dated, are you in a relationship?
I'm married, yeah.
Oh, you're married. All right. Well, if you were date like someone that you was like in a boyfriend girlfriend with, and then you broke up, and then one of your best friends fell in love with that person.
Yeah.
How would you stay in the way of that? What do you think is the right thing to do?
If the best friend was Chuck Bass, I wouldn't care what I did. I killed Chuck Bass and I dated whoever I want.
Okay.
You were about to say you almost felt bad for Chuck Bass.
I was thinking, well, that was the feeling I had in that moment because once Blair started acting on it, I was
she
like,
called.
Yeah.
Blair called Chuck.
And was like, don't do
go
it.
after him.
Yeah.
But also, what's the wait for me thing? That part bumped me. But so Chuck Bass
Yeah.
was told by Leighton Meester, "Hey, wait for me."
Yeah.
She
'Cause of the
she
prenup
loves him.
thing.
Yeah.
She likes both of them.
Why, Chuck?
So
though?
what she's I mean, they
man,
belong
don't be
together.
hating.
They belong together.
Oh man.
Yeah.
Blair's an
this is-
asshole.
See, this the kind of stuff. That's
Yeah.
why we don't have people to watch.
Yeah.
you don't know how you talking about.
Blair, they're perfect for each other.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah,
They're both monsters.
They're like Monica. What the fuck? They're like Rachel and Ross.
Yeah.
You know, like it's like they have to be together.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
For the sake of the show. Otherwise, the fabric of space time.
So maybe that's why I got bumped by her being like, yeah, I like Dan, and I like that she likes him, but I don't like them.
It was
dating.
like I know what you mean. It was like it's almost like when you want to just know that he could get her.
Yeah.
And now that he did, it's kind of like okay, we can move on now.
Yeah.
Like this story's done because I don't actually want to see them together.
Yeah, right. You wanted to. You want to get back to basics with like the soulmates, which are yes,
Yeah.
Blake Lively, Penn Badgley, Leighton Meester, and Chuck.
Exactly.
Now, I
it's
want
the
Serena-
opposite of a-
It's yeah.
I want Serena alone. I don't want her to be with nobody because
Renegade.
I don't like her and Dan.
Renegade.
Yeah, I don't like her and Dan. I think Dan's kind of is better than her. Person wise, because when she made that face to Blair when Blair kissed him again at the hospital, and she was like, ugh. she's not even mad that
I think she just wants
what Blair has.
Yeah.
I think
She wants all the men pining over her because ain't nobody pining over her right now.
Right.
She ain't getting no love from nobody. Everybody loving
Yeah.
Blair. You know what I'm
And
saying?
Dan can feel it. I think that's why he's like, cause a few episodes ago, Serena told Dan that she loves him still.
Yeah.
And he still hasn't responded to it. And I think he's just like, I think he don't believe her. I don't believe her. I'm like, when did she fall back in love with Dan? This shit is crazy, Miles.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I guess no. The thing I'm curious about. So, as somebody who doesn't watch the show, I would love to hear the argument for Chuck Bass's humanity.
No, well, first of all,
'Cause I want to understand it. But I need to hear it from you.
Blair the problem is Blair is a good person. They're both shitty.
Yeah.
Like, if you can imagine, Blair and Chuck were the two evil people in the beginning of this
Right.
series.
So they're super villains and they belong together.
Yeah,
That makes
now
sense.
that they're becoming better people, they're ending up it's almost
Right.
harder for them to be together
Yeah,
because they're actually like better for other people because they're becoming better themselves.
That makes
So,
sense.
Yeah, so I don't know if that answers your question. I mean, he's still Chuck Bass, but
she used to be more sort
Yeah.
of slimy, and
yeah,
therefore
so it's not like it's
Yes.
not unrealistic
No,
for
that
her to
makes
want to
total
be with
sense.
Chuck Bass. You know what
Yeah.
I mean? But Dan has always been a good guy. So
Yeah.
the reason why we're rooting for it because it's like the good guy gets the girl, kind of thing.
Right.
The cool popular girl. But
So,
Serena is salty.
Yeah, Serena's mad, which is fine. She asked Lola if she want to get coffee. Lola's like, I don't want to hang out with you.
I don't know you.
I don't know you like that. Like, you're my cousin, but I don't want to mess with you like that. But then she goes out and sees Nate, and she's like, I don't want to be alone. Can I stay with you for the night?
Yeah.
So I'm like, so you do want to be a part of this world? Because if you was gonna start dating Nate, that's their best friend. Like,
Yeah, something's not. I mean, I can't talk about this.
yeah,
I
you
might
can't
spoil
talk about it. I know that it's finna open up another goddamn can of
Yeah.
worms. This fucking show.
It won't
Ah!
stop. It don't stop. Never gonna give up. Never gonna get up. Stop. Don't stop.
So I know you
give
can't
up.
talk about it. See, this is where it happens.
because he's seen it all.
I have not seen it.
And
You're
it's,
right.
it's getting
Point.
closer to
But-
the end, so I'm remembering a lot more now.
Yeah.
In
That's
the early
right.
days, I didn't remember shit. But I don't know what's gonna happen though. But I know. I mean, I feel her on the not wanting to kick it with Serena.
But
She's
she-
really like, I don't know you. But at least Nate is like, he's kind of been helping her this whole
Yeah.
time. But
So here's some crazy shit. Chuck decided to go ahead and send the real proposal over
Yep,
yeah,
and help Dan out. Like,
that's right.
all right, yeah, I was bullshitting. I sent the fake proposal. But this the real one. Then he gets an email from Gossip Girl.
oh yeah,
Now at this point, Gossip Girl is one of their Gossip Girl is not the real Gossip
we're
Girl.
gonna have to
Oh.
explain this today.
Yeah, yeah. It's an
It's
enemy.
gonna make it way more confusing.
Yeah, it's
but
an enemy.
it's an enemy of everybody's in the groups. But
it's
it's
somebody
so
that's trying
convenient.
to tear them down.
Yeah, and so Chuck
but
sent
it ain't the real gossip.
Chuck finds out that Dan is the one who sent the video from the wedding that ruined everything and blah, blah,
yeah,
blah.
so now it's like
So he's like, fucking Humphrey.
I'm going back.
I'm going back
evil.
I'm going back to evil. Like, I'm
Yeah.
gonna take this dude down. So as soon as he helped him out, immediately that
That
email
shit was
comes
funny.
in.
Even I feel like Homegirl wasn't really. I would have been way more mad with Chuck.
Yeah.
Like she
yeah.
was kind of like, oh, I'm glad you sent that to me.
Yeah.
But, like,
yeah.
I ain't mad.
Yeah,
that he,
wasn't
like,
she
manipulated it.
suspicious about this at all? Why do you
Yeah.
have it?
Yeah.
Yeah, so I don't know what's going on there, but somebody got to look after the agent here.
Yeah.
I will say
Someone playing her.
the doctor who it comes out and is like, guys, I've got fucking
Oh,
bad
yeah.
news. Has the worst bedside manner.
Yeah, yeah.
And
Oh,
then
yeah.
when she dies, it feels like no one cared.
Listen, hey everybody, we're gonna talk about that. Hey everybody, I don't have good news. I got bad
yeah.
news.
This
He
is
came out
gonna
like
be
it
bad.
looked like he
Yeah.
was trying to make himself cry before he walked out. He
Yeah.
was like,
Yeah.
She had a stroke while we were trying to operate, and there's nothing we could do. Y'all need to get in there and say your
Yeah.
goodbyes.
oh.
And then so they started going off. Lily was getting her act on. Carol
Oh,
looked
yeah.
like she didn't give a shit.
No, all of them, it panned to a wide, and all of them were kind of like,
like,
all right, well, I guess we should
Yeah.
get the fuck out of here.
After
right?
and it's the first day that they've heard.
Yeah, I know.
I also
This-
feel like they didn't react too big to finding out Charlie was manipulating them. Like they were kind of like and kind of moved on.
It was
But
yeah.
I felt like they should be like, yo, this person's been in my
This
house.
person been
Like,
in
if
my
I was
house,
Rufus, I'd have been going nuts.
Yeah.
Like,
She been eating my chili.
Yeah.
Been eating my waffles.
waffles, my
Rufus
chili.
is a cook.
I don't
He's-
cook that for nobody.
I don't
except
just cook. I
family.
don't just cook my chili for fucking
Yeah.
sociopathic ass goddamn con artist. She been eating my chili. Now you finna throw this chili up. You finna throw this chili up. And she started-
He
she
just
started-
thinks to make it down. It's like, oh, gross.
Yeah, you finna throw the chili up. But Miss CC, the beloved grandmother of the
Yeah,
show
rest
that
in
we
peace.
met in season 1 or season 2.
Yeah, it's been a joke. Yeah, she's been around.
She's been around for a while. She gone up to glory.
Rest in peace, CC.
Rest in peace, CC.
See you at the crossroads. You don't be lonely.
Miss CC done gone up to glory. She's gone up to yonder to be with her Lord.
Yeah, she was acting too. She was like,
Yeah, she looked around. She was
Yeah.
like,
She waited till he got in to croak.
I don't know. Would you rather see someone die like in your front of you, or just come in like have it happen already? Like,
They were like, she has a stroke. You have to say your goodbyes. And she was like up and fine when they
yeah,
walked
she was
in.
like, I don't know what's
It's like,
going
I
on.
don't
Like,
think she
who
had
are
a
you
stroke.
people?
She was
Yeah.
just like,
yeah. She looked around and said, hold on, wait a minute.
Yeah, it's like,
I
who
thought
are
she was
you?
gonna be like, where's Charlie.
I know. That's what I thought. Yeah. And like Charlie comes back, she comes back. Charlie, you brought me back from the dead.
Charlie, you brought me back. Oh yeah. She dies, and then Ivy Dickens runs in, and she goes, "I couldn't die without saying bye to you."
Yeah. You're the one who really cares about
You
me.
get all my money. You get everything.
You passed the test.
That shit's crazy though. She died. So
Yeah,
but
I actually kind of cried a little bit. I was sad.
I didn't. Ivy Dickens walks out and calls Georgina Sparks.
Yeah.
Georgina is the enemy of everybody. She's also currently Gossip Girl. Gossip Girl.
Interesting.
You're never gonna watch this show, I'm assuming.
I might watch all of it.
Okay. But yeah. So I don't know what they finna do together.
Yeah, I was kind of.
How you gonna get Ivy? How you gonna get mad? How you gonna get revenge? You've been the crazy person this whole time.
You should just leave.
Just leave. Just get out of there. Just go back to your
I don't know.
life.
It must be something. I think there's another reason.
It's gotta be.
Why she's calling her.
Gotta be. Cause and I think there's another reason why. I'm already picking up on that Lola's finna cause some issues too. So we finna see about this.
Yeah, we're gonna see.
Anyway, that's it.
That's the
show. It. That's the episode.
Loved it. I loved it. The UCB shout out. I just didn't like the reaction. I was just build up to them finding out that Charlie's been lying to them. The reaction was just like so muted that I was kind of like bummed out. So I'm gonna get it like a 3 point. I'll give it a 4. Just a solid 4. 4 XOXO.
All right, so that's
XOXO. XOXO.
Miles, what do you give the episode out of 5 XOXOs?
Ooh, out of 5, I'm gonna go ahead and give it a 3.5.
Okay.
Actually, you know what? No, scratch that.
How you do a scratch?
I'm gonna give it a 4.2. There's a lot of noises off type shit going on. People were kind of coming in and out, giving each other calls, pulling pranks.
It's gotta be a crazy fucking episode for you to watch as your first one.
It was really funny to hop in the middle and be like,
I feel like
there's a million characters.
Yeah, what do you think? Like, generally, would you watch this?
I liked it. Honestly, it was one of the things that it felt like, this is season 5 of 6.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It felt a lot like a show that had been on for a long time that had to have characters do heel turns like against their typical stuff.
They do heel turns every episode.
Because I was like, in the first 3 couple seasons of any show, you have like the character games or whatever's going on. This is season 5, so you have to switch things up. And it felt like, the plot devices of the body switching and stuff like that, all that is like, oh, this is classic like late game arc of a whole television show stuff that's going on. Yeah. But I really liked a lot of it. Honestly, I wrote down in the note that was just like, some of this was really awesome.
Yeah. That's bad. Most people like who watch the episode isolated, they usually give it a bad score. So I
had fun with it, and honestly, again, like I'm familiar with the genre of just like this type of soapy television. I really like it. And honestly, it made me want to watch season 1. Which I've heard is like fantastic through and through. Do you guys enjoy it more as it goes on, or did you like the earlier stuff better? Or?
I'm being held hostage by the show.
You don't like it anymore.
I am no, because I do. Like I will watch it. Like today, I was going nuts. Finally, when they finally got on Ivy Dickens shit, I was happy. I was like happy about it. But when people ask me like, "Do you like the show?" I go, "No," but I do. Like I found myself liking the show.
Yeah.
So what do you give it then?
We got to count his down. So he had a 4.2. So that's XOXO, 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 XOXO. Boom, 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 boom.
All right. You want to go, Shelly?
I'm gonna give it a 3.965.
Whoa.
Good episode. Okay. Happy that Charlie's gone. She's not going.
I think the show's getting better.
Yeah, I'm not gonna give it a full 4, but I'm almost there. So
XOXO, 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 XOXO.
CC.
I can't believe CC died.
What? CC died, bro.
Dead.
What do you give it?
I'll give it a 4.5. I thought it was a really fun episode.
How many CC deaths do you give it? I'm just
right. There's only one.
So that's
XOXO, 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 XO.
All right, man. Well, good episode, good guest.
It's time for a little bit.
Thank you for having me.
Lamar's News Corner.
You do news on the show?
Yeah, we do news. Yeah.
All right, check this out. Alan Ruck. You know Alan Ruck?
Yeah. He's fucking Ferris Bueller's Day
From
Off
Ferris
friend.
Bueller.
Cameron.
He ran into, he crashed into a pizza parlor in L.A. recently. So the way I do it is I'll tell you what happened, and then you tell me who on the show would do something like that.
Got it.
Who would do something like that? Crash into a pizza parlor, an L.A. pizza parlor.
I'm going to say Trip would.
Trip. I think Lola would. I feel like Lola can't drive. I don't know.
That was him that crashed into the one. That's on La Brea and Hollywood right there.
How did he crash into it?
He probably was drunk. Probably going too fast around that corner.
I'm looking at a photo right now.
He
It's
went
crazy.
through that.
That's crazy.
Also, I didn't realize
Is he
that
okay?
guy
I
was
didn't
the
look to see if he
kid.
was okay. Is he physically?
Yeah, he was a
okay?
kid from Ferris
I think
Bueller.
he's okay.
And from
Succession.
Succession. Yeah, he's awesome. He's hilarious.
He's really funny in Succession.
He got the Rivian truck.
Okay, so else,
He's a Rivian?
Yeah.
That's sick.
the other thing
I
that's
wonder-
going on in the news is Halloween. So this is just a generic question. Halloween happened
Mm-hmm.
in the news. What do you think? Who would you think would have the best costume on our cast? That would wear the best costume?
It's got to be Serena, no?
I don't know. Serena's
No,
a little
Serena-
too self-centered.
Yeah, she wouldn't. Nah,
I think Dan would do good. He's a really well cultured. He's like
Yeah, he
a lot
knows
of
movies and
specifics.
stuff. Yeah, I would say Dan too.
Yeah. So that's the news. What do you think?
That's the
What do you
news. I
think
think
of
that's
that?
great.
What do you think of that segment, man?
I think that's fantastic,
as a fellow
man.
podcast.
It's a fellow podcast. I think that's, you know what? It keeps it topical. It keeps it fresh.
yeah. You know
Everyone
what I'm
tunes
saying?
in.
Do you
They
feel
go,
like
"What
that-
news? Where do you
complete
get your
waste of
news?
time?
Where do you get your news?" I get it from the end of
I'm
XOXO
telling you,
Gossip Games.
I wouldn't be surprised if there is a day where somebody heard news on here and was genuinely heard it here first.
Yeah, that's
Like,
right. Breaking.
This is breaking news.
Breaking news.
So that's it for me. Miles, what's good? You want to promote stuff? Tell them where to see you, where to find you.
Thanks for having me, everybody. You can check out Perfect Person wherever you get podcasts. There's a YouTube version of the show and a Patreon where I call people back from the show to get the updates and close the loop.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah. I want to be on it. Can I do it?
Yeah, for sure.
Okay.
Come on down.
And we got a show on second Friday of every month at the UCB Theater, the one that's from Gossip Girl, that one. And I got an album coming out soon, so look out for my music coming. Just look up Lamar Woods on Spotify, Apple, Google, whatever, wherever you listen to music. But it's been such a pleasure. Also, just want to shout out all the fans who are still sending in the answer to our question about were you nervous before you got married? Because we're still getting some, and it's all the same. Nobody was nervous, and I'm telling you, it's giving me so much confidence. You were married?
Yeah.
Yeah. Were you nervous?
No.
See, you
There
know
it
it
is.
because you knew
You
you
knew.
wanted
Of
to be with
course.
this
Yeah,
person.
yeah.
That's so interesting. I mean, it makes sense, but also like,
Are you engaged?
no, I was considering it. Proposing. Not playing. No, I just feel like because I'm older and single, I've been shaming myself a lot for being this old. But I
Yeah.
feel like I think like, oh, I probably ran away from the perfect girl or something that I like wasn't. She was right in front of me. I didn't know.
That's
But
interesting.
what I'm hearing from you and from the fans is that you would know. You
No,
know
I
what
think
mean?
you should know. I mean, love should be easy, I think.
Yeah, like I shouldn't be like, I've never been in a situation where I was like left somebody who I was like, I'm fully in and I broke up with him, but I've been like, I've been like unsure,
Mhm.
and now that I'm older and I'm single, maybe I feel like, oh, was that me being scared or
Yeah.
was it like or was I just not sure for a reason?
Could
you know?
also have been right person, wrong time.
Yeah, which is
Got
which
it in
is
the right
wrong time.
place.
Yeah, wrong
Right.
time. So
Must have been
that's
the wrong
But
time.
so I feel good. You guys are making me feel better about it, essentially, because it's like I'm not afraid of I'm not afraid of love. I'm a romantic person,
Yeah.
but I think I just didn't realize how sure everybody was. Like people
Yeah.
are like really sure about it when they commit. So and I think that's beautiful.
yeah, you should be
Yeah,
psyched,
no.
I think. And
Yeah, like
that's
you should
usually
be
the
like,
sign.
yeah, I want to marry this person. Like
Yeah.
you shouldn't be like, man, I think this is gonna be good. You
Yeah.
know, like what is that? All right, cool. Anything else? Anything else? You want to
I'm at the UCB Theater all the time. Say what's up at the UCB. And yeah, that's it, y'all. Keep listening.
right.
We're in the home stretch.
See y'all.
Take it easy. Take it easy. Take
you won't
it
take my spine.
easy.
Ow!
That was a Headgum podcast.